It is supper time, and we are on our way out to go make a bunch of deliveries, I hope. Just want to say welcome to all of you watching live and on replay. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, especially if you're watching on replay, because as much fun as these streams are watching on replay, they are that much more fun when you get to participate in them and be a part. We just turned all the apps on. We are on our way to downtown. Good evening, Ava. Good evening, Russian Agent. How's it going? Appreciate you guys. Please hit that like and subscribe as you come on in the room. First one also hi. And hi to you, Ava. Appreciate you guys so much. I've already done a handful of deliveries today. I had a catering order that was $42 I did at lunch today. And I did a handful of DoorDash orders for like breakfast time. Also after breakfast time, also got some work done on the YouTube channel, the Patreon. I filmed another video today that hopefully will be up tonight. So I'm doing well. I'm excited to be here. Out a little bit earlier tonight, and the sun is not yet set. Good evening, Audrey. How are you doing today? Hopefully you were enjoying the kids being back in school here for a little bit. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the day went. I even I wanted to surprise my wife by getting her some good coffee beans. So I went to a local coffee shop and also got a doppio for myself, which is essentially a double shot of espresso. So I had that and then just sat there and worked on some project stuff for both the YouTube channel and the Patreon. And then just waited for a DoorDash slot to open up. And when it opened up, went and took some deliveries this morning. We are just stuck at this 69%. I want to say I've taken probably about 12 to 15 orders in a row now, and we just have not moved up that acceptance rate point. We're stuck here because falling out the back end is probably a long run of orders that I also took in a row previously. So we're going to go out. You were the first like, and so I had no school just because for 25 degrees, man. How far south are you? You must be pretty far south. They called off school for 25. They would do that in Florida, but if they called off school for 25 degrees in Minnesota, you would just have like 4 months off a year. Like goodbye November, December, January, February. So we're working our way downtown. Yeah, that's probably right on the borderline. If it was going to be sustained for a few days, they might have make you go to school, but for a single day. We got down to 47 degrees last night, which again is Florida cold. Logan, how's it going? How are you doing tonight? So we're on our way to downtown, our downtown zone. As soon as we get down there, Pedro, you're from Brazil? Awesome. Well, hello from the United States down Southwest Florida. Did Brazil get any like colder weather coming? Did it push that far south? Because this is the coldest weather we've had in a long time in Florida. So I'm just wondering if the same thing is true for you down in Brazil as well. So we're out doing some food delivery. I think it's just kind of across the country, across the United States, it's cold for everyone relative to their normal temperatures. So 47 degrees in Florida, 25 degrees in Kentucky, and then much colder further north. I am not complaining. It's absolutely beautiful weather down here. Arlian, hello, Savage Batman, Pedro, Logan, awesome. You're in the UK. Are you guys getting any cooler weather this time of year? So I'm from the United States down Southwest Florida. So that's where we are. We're going to be doing some food delivery here tonight. Also, love to just chat with you on anything. Yeah, please like and subscribe on the way in. You're from Pakistan story time. Awesome. Awesome. We've got a very nice international. We've got Brazil, Pakistan, the UK, as well as many from the United States and maybe other countries. Daisley. Yeah, it's cold there as well. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole northern, seems like the whole northern hemisphere is just kind of getting a nice little cold blast here. So, yeah, so we're over our bridges, so we are going to turn DoorDash on. We're taking pretty much every DoorDash unless it's really bad. Goal number 1. How to like. You just got to hit the like button. So that's all you got to do. Just hit the like button. Can I show the outside of my car? Well, not right now because I'm inside my car. But I'm in the middle of a road story type, so I can't do it. But it's red. It's Pontiac Vibe, and it's red. So 2004 Pontiac Vibe. So, I don't know where the like button is on. Somebody want to help Arlian out on finding the like button? So, we're just going to head downtown here. We're going to try to find some orders. I'm going to kind of stick to the south end of town today. And where's my hair? It all went south for the winter, and now I'm pretending to be a pirate. So Redbeard coming at you this morning or this afternoon or this evening or whatever time it is. I feel like it's just barely light at all. You know, like you get up in the morning, sun isn't up, and by like 5:15, sun's going down. 11 below in Minneapolis. I used to live in northern Minnesota, Preppy, so I remember those days. Yeah, so I used to live up in the Brainerd Lakes area, and I was showing last night, the coldest screenshot I ever got of a temperature up there was 33 below. 33 below. So we're out hunting for orders. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us here tonight. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe. I got to get caught up on chat. Chat is going like really crazy here tonight. So let me get parked. I'm going to go ahead to our favorite little downtown taco place here, Turco Taco. And we do have all of our major apps on, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, but we're mostly looking for good. So, story, I don't just randomly say things. You got to find a less experienced streamer, especially if I don't understand exactly what you're talking about. So, anyway, let me get parked here. I'll get caught up on the chat. We're just like a block or two away, and we're gonna see. Usually our orders kind of kick in closer to like 5:30, so we're out a little bit earlier than normal. But what type of phone are you using, Arlene? Are you on Apple, Android, or something else? Maybe that'll help you find where that like button is. So usually it's just pretty, there's usually a thumbs up to just do somewhere. If you can't find it, that's fine too. It's okay, just find a subscribe or bookmark it. Come back and visit us again. Even if you can't actually find the like or subscribe right now. So we're gonna just park here. Yeah, let me pull up here, see what I can find. See if there's, I've got let me reboot this here. No, so let me get caught up here. Let me there's so much chat, and I saw something about good news, so I want to see all this. Let me get, man, you guys just absolutely exploded the chat here. So, W Beard, thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. All right, Audrey, fantastic news. Where is it? Yay! Yes. Okay, so you still got to see the hematologist tomorrow. So, we like normal. Normal is good. So, that is really good to hear. Audrey, thank you for the update. I appreciate that. So, we'll just pray for one more normal report, and that's exactly what we want. You just ended school on how to walk home. Thank you for the like and the subscribe, Preppy. I appreciate that so much. All right, let me do this. We're going to remove that. $50 degrees in Kentucky. Yeah, we're a little bit warmer than you now, but we were down to 47 this morning, and that was chilly. Oh, double tap to like. There you go, Arlian, double tap. Mahmoud? Mahmoud, is that how you say it? I'm trying to work on some of my foreign pronunciations. Hello from the United States to you in Palestine. So here's what you can see, because it's too chilly for me to go outside. There's the hood. It's Pontiac vibe. So yeah, appreciate it. So we're just gonna sit downtown here. Hope we can find some orders. I accidentally just started a Grassi thing. So yeah, we're gonna be out here doing some food delivery. I hope there's orders. It is a Wednesday night. One of the things we've also had on Wednesday nights, we've had some good pizza orders on Wednesday night going to churches. So I can kind of move in the direction of Papa John's here too if we don't see a good order here soon. I am doing well. So Yeah, so we're doing well. We are on the pathway. Let's see, let's pick a number. Let's go for 1414. We're looking for 2 more subscribers. Start at 1410. You achieved 60,000. Congratulations, Storytime. How many years or how long? Maybe it didn't take you years. Maybe you did it this year. How long did it take you to get to 60,000? I saw Tom Grassi, who we're big fans of, he hit 750,000. It took him 10 years to hit 750,000 subscribers. So I've been doing this a little under a year. We're aiming for 1414 is what we're going for. Also announced today, just kind of as, all right, I will, here's the best way to do that, story time. Just shoot me an email at asideofhustlechannel@gmail.com with a link to your channel. That's the easiest way, and that way when I get home or get a chance, I will look it up and check it out. All right. Well, it's not a good order, but it's an order, so we're taking it. $5, not even $5 for like 2.5 miles. So we're taking it. Don't want to mess around. Let's see, did it get us to 70? That's all we're trying to do first. No, we're still at 69%. Our acceptance rate does not want to move up at all. So that's okay. We know we gotta work through them eventually, one way or another. So we're gonna move to Panera. This is not like a really good order, but right now we're not really out here for the money so much as we're out here for the acceptance rate. Okay, so if somebody gets a chance to type up the email for story time. $5 there is $1,500. Okay, so if someone gets a chance to post the email for story time, asideofhustlechannel@gmail.com, that would be appreciated. So normally we'd be looking for orders that are like more in the $8 to $10 range for 2 or 3 miles. That's more like ideal. So, but right now we're just trying to get that acceptance rate up. And it is a small order. Sometimes they're more likely to give you a second order to stack on top of it. Like I said, I have the other apps on, but I'm not really out here to do too much on the other apps unless they're amazing orders. So we're gonna default to decline on Uber Eats and Grubhub unless it's a really big, really profitable order. Well, what you can earn 1 month in our country varies greatly depending on what industry that you're in and what you're doing and everything. So that's just too broad of a question to really be able to give a good answer to, story time. So you can earn nothing if you sit on your butt all day and do nothing. It's very possible to do that. And there are people who make millions of dollars every month in the United States. So, and everyone everywhere in between. Well, thank you, story time. I appreciate that. So we are on our way to Panera. We're gonna go pick up this order. It's a Pepsi and a You Pick 2, which is like whatever, like a salad, an entree, or a pastry or something like that. Pick any 2 that you want. So we're gonna go ahead and go grab that. We are, by the way, just as like a little heads up, we're gonna be designating all the YouTube and Patreon money that comes in towards a new family car. So that's what we're doing. So a special thank you to all of our channel members. And one of the main reasons that's what I want to designate it towards is for freedom and flexibility. Because right now we're a 1-car family, which means if my wife has the car for school, I don't have a car, and it limits me sometimes with what I can do for deliveries and other things. So that's what's going. So we officially are at $200 that have come in through memberships, super chats, and Patreon. And so I am super excited about that. And so a special thank you to everybody supporting us in all of those ways. If you want to become a channel member, it's simple. You can just sign on up for either $2 or $5 a month. And I don't know if it got approved yet, but we're trying to add a third larger tier for those of you who want to hop on and support on a larger tier. So we've got those those options are available to you if you click on the membership. So anyway, never feel like you have to be a member. Just if you want to support this channel and support the growth, allow me to make more and hopefully better videos as time goes by. So we are just about here to Panera. I do think most of our drive was actually just getting to the Panera in the first place. The one that just happened, Savage, or the one that's coming up? Talking about the Browns and Broncos game? Or Cowboys and, is it Cowboys Bengals? $3:30 a.m. in Pakistan. It is 5:30 p.m. here. 5:30 p.m. here. So that means you're ahead of us by like 10 hours. Got it. So you know what's going to happen tomorrow. You saw a fighter jet? Awesome. I got to see some cool ones when I don't remember if they were like active use or they were just like models, but when I visited the Air Force Academy. All right, let me get backed into this spot here. And then we're gonna go pick up this order here really quick. No, I don't think I can meet you. Sorry time, but I'll meet you here. So that is what we're gonna do. Let's see. All right, since we just started the stream, I'll bring you guys with me. I might have to mute the stream though if they're playing music inside. So just for copyright reasons, we already had music playing on our stream last night when we went to the parade. So I don't want to have more copyright issues. 2 Spark orders for $49.50. Oh, see, I thought this was going to be a good order for a second. It's only $4.83. It's from Panera, so I was like, I could grab it, but I'm not going to I'm not grabbing a Grubhub for $5. I thought it said $14.83 at first, and I was kind of excited. Like that would be a perfect little stack that we could put together. So, all right, so we're gonna head into Panera. If there's music playing, I'm gonna just have to mute the stream, but we'll let the stream keep going. We'll see. Usually they're playing music in here, so yeah, I hear the music, so I'll leave it on, but I'm gonna just mute it, and if I'm back at the car and it's still muted, start yelling at me, and I'll unmute it. All right, we're back. We are unmuted. Sorry. Gotta go quick on these things, so We just got systems that we make work the best that we possibly can. Story time. So yeah, sorry, when I do those pickups, I just try to go as fast as possible and everything. So all right, here we go. We're gonna confirm our pickup here. Confirm. I don't think this drop off is very far at all, so let me just get the GPS all up. Is it actually, are we going into the mall? On the curb by door 7. I don't exactly know. 6 and 4 with the Lions. All right, here we go. We're gonna go. I'm not exactly sure where door 7 is. It says call when you're passing by the food court, which is really just right over here. I'm not even sure the best way to get to the mall from here because I can't, it's right across the street, but you can't go right across the street. So if I go left and then left, okay, I think that's what we're gonna try. I've got a plan. I don't know if this is the right plan. Doing the dolphin stream next, Savage. All right, well, we've got everything picked up. It's a quick little drop off, so at least it's low mileage. That's, if you've got to take small orders, at least let them be low mileage is the ideal situation, because then at least you get another order quickly. Obviously, we always want big orders, but you can't always get big orders. So we're going to take the best of what we got. So, hello, happy Wednesday to everybody. We're out here doing some deliveries tonight. This is our first, not my first delivery of the day, but my first delivery of the evening. It's a Panera order. It's like $4, basically going across the street. Technically speaking, it's not really a good order because even though it's like $2 a mile, it still takes almost as much time as any other order. So that's why even like a best case scenario around here is you get 3 orders done in an hour. You want them to be at least $8. But we are just trying to get our acceptance rate up to 70%. We've taken close to 15 orders in a row and it just hasn't moved at all. We're just stuck at 69% until we knock enough orders off the back end and knock one of our declines off the back end. So I learned a very important lesson. I've been talking so much about metrics and trying to keep all your metrics good so you can have priority when you are Platinum Dasher. But perhaps the most important metric is to stay a Platinum Dasher in the first place. And there's, you know, you do have the opportunity to accept and then cancel an order or whatever if your completion rate is high enough. And so maybe I should not have gone below the 70% in the first place. So anyway, that's what we got. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. We're on our way to 1414 for subscribers. We're looking for a couple more. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, I would absolutely appreciate it so much if you would do so. And we're in process of trying to get a second family car as well. And so if you want to help support us in that venture, you can join as a channel member. So I wanted to see if the newest membership level was approved or not. It looks like there is. Yeah, so there's a 2, a 5, and now a 25. So there's 3 different membership levels for you to choose from. And you also are free to just be a subscriber, just not even subscribe, just hang out with us. So I appreciate it no matter what you do, because I know everybody's in different financial situations, but if you want to support the channel and you're in the position to do so, that's kind of a way you can do it. We also have new posts coming up on the Patreon. We had some posts that came out recently, and we also have new ones coming out over the next couple of days. So that's another way that you can connect with me as well. And it's different content than what's on the YouTube. It's kind of more my personal musings and It's kind of almost like the whole thing is kind of almost like a personal journal in a way. But it's not all necessarily written to me. It's just things. So anyway, well, thank you, Savage. I appreciate it. And Audrey, you learned something new. So I would love to know what new thing you learned and see if it's also new for me. All about learning new things. Every time I learn a new thing, it means something old pops out the back of my head, but that's all right. I feel like it's a little more useful to learn new things than to remember old things sometimes. Those old things will come back eventually if you need them to. Okay, go to settings and clear your cache. Is that for DoorDash, all apps? And how did you discover this? I like it. I like the concept. It does kind of make sense. I know on Instacart you can actually go in the app and hit refresh, and that's a thing that it will do. So it'll supposedly help you get better orders. So it says to call when you're by the food court. And nearing door 7, but I don't actually know where door 7 in the mall is. $26 for 20 miles on Uber Eats. We're going to pass on that. Technically speaking, you might be able to get that done in an hour, but I don't want to spend my whole hour doing a long order if I don't have to. I'm trying to get DoorDash up to 70%, so ideally smaller, quicker orders are the way to go. All right, well, I'm going to just call this person because I wanted to call. Okay, well, I'll have to do some exploration here. So it says, please call me when you're passing by the food court. I'll meet you on the curb by door 7. All right. I'm going to take like the long way around. All right. Well, hello? Yeah, this is your DoorDash driver here with a Panera order. Hi. Yeah, it just says to call when I'm close. So I'm like pulling into the food court area now, but I don't know where. Yeah, I just don't know where door 7 is. I'm not that familiar. So so from the food court, if I'm facing the food court from the outside, which direction am I going? Am I okay? To the left? Okay. All right. Okay, sounds good. I will start heading that way. I didn't even know that the doors in the mall had entrance numbers. I learned that tonight, so now I'll know for next time. Yep, that's fine. So we're meeting them at door 7, but then she had to leave and she's going to call me back while I'm trying to meet her. And yeah, I don't know what else to do here. Layden, good evening. How's it going? We're looking for door 7. Is this door 7? Maybe this is door 7. I have no idea. Until she calls us back, we're kind of stuck. Doesn't really help when it's like call when you're ready to deliver, but then you have to leave the phone call. So I don't even know if I'm at the right door. If they're calling back. All right, hello. Yes, I see you. I'll be right there. Yep. All right, door 7. Now I know. All right, delivery is completed. It's something else. Customer asked me to deliver here. Confirm it was done. So they tipped $2.40 in the app, but then they did an additional $2 cash tip. So that made it $6.65. So that's a little bit of a better order. So we always appreciate our cash tippers. It's always nice to get a cash tip when you're not expecting it. So, all right. So we're gonna just keep. I don't know. It's pretty slow over this way. So I think I'm gonna head towards Papa John's. When I've got nothing, no idea what to do, I always feel like Papa John's is a safe bet because there's every night of the week someone's ordering pizza. Now I do know some of the churches in town order pizza on Wednesdays. So I think we're gonna just head that general direction, keep everything on, and yeah. So we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. I have no idea how many more orders that we need to get to the 70%. We're stuck at 69%, but it's not just as simple as accept one and then it goes up because it's a rolling 100. So if I accepted 30 in a row and I'm at 69%, I have to accept 31 in a row to get up to 70%, which is kind of crazy, but the math works. It's just not fun. It's like being back in school. The math is true. I just don't have to enjoy doing the homework. And that's kind of what this is. It's kind of like homework. All right. So we are still stuck at silver. Here we go. Here's our next one. Right back from Panera again. Right back from Panera again. We didn't even get down. Hey, that got us to 70% though, guys. We are back to platinum. Woohoo! So we got there. Everybody do happy green thumbs up, Craig, for that. So we are finally back to platinum. That was way too many orders. It took us about 15 or 16 orders in a row to finally get back to platinum. Now, I'm still not necessarily expecting there to be a ton of good orders because it is still a Wednesday night, but we just take what we can get. So we accomplished the goal. I tried to get there yesterday during supper. Then I tried to get there yesterday late night. I tried to get there this morning for breakfast. Tried to get there this afternoon for lunch. And we finally made it there for supper. So I don't actually know how to do a cache clear on an iPhone. So I am very excited to try this out, Audrey. So we're gonna go right back to Panera, even though I don't love this order. It's like $5 for 4 miles. We're gonna take it. I am trying to keep all of my DoorDash metrics high, and so that's what we're gonna do. The good thing, it's a bad thing on the way down, but on the way up, what's good is as soon as you become a Platinum Dasher, it jumps you. Like I just jumped ahead of every other Silver Dasher, every other Gold Dasher in my market. So I just jumped ahead of all of those people. So that's pretty exciting. Text my wife, back to Platinum Dasher, period. Hooray, exclamation point.
Sending to Christina, Platinum Dasher.
Okay, restarting the phone does it? Yeah, well, I mean, DoorDash did that to me last week. They just glitched and canceled an order and they counted it against my completion rate. I was not too happy about that either. I mean, it is true. You should turn off your phone at least probably once a week. I am not good at that. I'm not good at doing like the full actual shut it down. I need to remember to do that more. right, well, we're almost back to Panera. This is right where we were the last time, so I'll bring you guys in again with me, and we'll just have to do the same thing. I'll just have to mute the stream while we're in there. They're playing Christmas music. So we're not making big money, but we accomplished the #1 goal of tonight for delivery, which was get back to Platinum Dasher. Now the goal is to keep pushing up that acceptance rate. Ideally, I'd like to be to 80% by Friday. I don't know if that's really possible though. But I mean, ideally, that's what I want. I want to have some margin to decline some orders over the weekend. I don't mind taking some junkier orders during the week if it means I get to cherry pick a little bit more on weekends. All right, so here we go. We're gonna park. I'm gonna bring you guys with me right back into Panera. Sorry if the camera angle's a little weird when I do it, but have to have hands free and all that sort of stuff. All right, we are arrived at the store. So clearing the cache. I think that's how you say it, right? Is it cache or cash? I think it's just cash. All right, so just like last time, I'll mute you guys when I get by the music of the store. And we will just go from there. It's still a little bit light out. I'll show you guys. That's over by the beach. That's kind of straight above. So we still have a little bit of daylight. It's kind of, I don't know if it's cloudy or not, but all right, I got to mute you here for the music. I'll be right back. All right, we are good. We're far enough away from the music again. At least the order is ready. So I always say this, if you're gonna take small orders, at least you want them to be ready right away. Well, that's a little up close to the beard there. Sorry about that. All right, I'm actually gonna do this here really quick too. I don't have my catering bag up front, so I'm gonna go grab that. It's always nice to have the food in a bag in case you need them by the door or whatever. I've just pretty much gone to just running a catering bag on my front seat the vast majority of the time. I also use the pizza bag, but those are pretty much the only two bags I'm regularly using right now. Pizza bag for pizza, catering bag for pretty much everything else. My Grubhub bag was falling apart. My DoorDash bag is falling apart. My DoorDash catering bag is falling apart. So with all of those things going on, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna do that. I probably just need to throw out, well, I definitely need to throw out the DoorDash bag. All right, here we go. $5, $43 shopping order. Awesome items in that one, Audrey. That's a very nice order. Certified banger. All right, we're gonna pause orders after delivery just because this drop off is a little far away from where we want to be. We've passed on a couple of decent Uber Eats orders here. Not like crazy good, but $7 to $9 for 1 to 3 mile type of range. I'm a little more likely to take those now that we actually got to the 70%, because now that I'm 70%, I can dash whenever I want. I know they're saying they're going to be rolling out not dash now anytime, but that hasn't come to my market yet. So excited to have that again. So yeah, we could literally end our dash. We could, anytime earn by time is available, we can just hop on that as well. So all sorts of things. There's a lot more flexibility once you get to platinum. It's just not always fun getting there in the first place. All right, so we got to go about 4 miles here. Again, this is not really a particularly good order. Welcome back, Arlene. Not a particularly good order, but it got us to our 70% acceptance rate, which gets us back to Platinum Dasher, which inherently makes this particular order the most valuable one I've taken in a while, because the flexibility on Platinum is important. We're still going to basically be taking any DoorDash order that's at least $1 a mile, but hopefully now with a higher priority, we'll have a chance of seeing a couple more better orders. All right, so we are on our way to drop off Panera order number 2. This is the second Panera order that we have gotten tonight. It is the one that brought us 70% acceptance rate, and we have finally captured the elusive Platinum Dasher. The elusive 70% acceptance rate is back, so I'm very excited about that. We're going to pause orders after delivery on DoorDash and head back to a better place. We might actually head back where I was planning in the first place, which is Papa John's. We'll be pretty close to that. Got to go a couple miles, and so we're going to go do that. Thank you so much for everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you. We are on the hunt. Let's see if we're there or any closer yet. On the hunt for 2 more subscribers to get us to 1414. We're also looking for 5 more channel members. 5 more channel members, which will get us to 25 and unlock a brand new emoji. So you can join as a channel member for 2, 5, or 25, whatever one works best for you. There's all sorts of options if you're in the position that you want to support the channel and get to unlock some custom emojis. We've got more perks coming soon. So we're slowly adding more and more stuff on, and the more channel members we have, the more stuff we're going to keep adding for not just members, but for everybody. So when you support small channels, it allows them to create more and better content for you. So I do have to figure out how to get over here in a little bit. There we go. Got into the lane that we wanted to get into here finally. So we have about 2 miles to go to our first, well, not our first, to our drop-off. Not just our first drop-off, our only drop-off that we have currently right now, which is this Panera order. Awesome, Savage. Got a bunch of people who don't know where they're supposed to be going. So they're all trying to figure out what lane they're actually supposed to be in. We're going to go into a community off this road here called Airport Road. Named that way because it's the road that goes by the airport. But now they want to get rid of the airport in the middle of the town. So I don't know what'll happen to the name of the road if they don't have the airport here anymore. We shall see how that goes. I'm not sure if this is a gated community or just a regular neighborhood. There's both over this way. We'll see if we have any clue. It says no gate code. So at least as far as I can tell, this should just be run and drop it off. You just passed an airport road too? Crazy. I just don't know, what do you do if you move the airport? You kind of have to rename the road, right? That's kind of like I feel like those are the rules. So I'm not planning on staying out like crazy long or crazy late tonight, anything like that. I don't know why everybody's inching up. It's like a red light. Can't go anywhere. I mean, you could, but not legally. But nobody really cares about the rules of the road anyway. If it's a stop sign with white around the edge, it means it's optional. Stopping at red lights is optional too. Yeah, I'm sure Amazon Flex has lots of deliveries available to people. Oh yeah, this is not a gated, this is just a neighborhood here. So, shouldn't be any major slowdown. I mean, I don't know if the value of the orders goes up significantly, but at least the quantity of orders available, you know, for not necessarily orders, routes, maybe route is the proper term for Flex. The amount of opportunities, we'll just say it that way, I would assume are much greater. So we have about 1 mile to our drop off, about a quarter of a mile to our turn. So we're gonna get this dropped off and then we're gonna just scooch as quick as we can to get back down on our main road, I-41. Like I said, I've seen some decent orders on Grubhub now and Uber Eats, on both of them. Man, I totally could have made that. Totally could have made that. It's alright, we'll have our opportunity here. Make our left in just a second. Alright, we've got just over a half mile to go. We're going to drop this order off. We've got DoorDash orders paused after delivery. We've got Uber and Grubhub on in case we see something we really like there. lots of houses with Christmas lights. I bet you most everyone else who doesn't have their Christmas lights up will probably get them up this weekend if they're going to do it at all. Alright, we're just zigzagging some back roads here till we find the exact house that we're trying to find. About a quarter of a mile away, we are delivering Panera order number 2. This is the order that got us to a 70% acceptance rate, which means we have a little more freedom and flexibility. That's absolutely the theme for the night, freedom and flexibility. Tortuga. Does that mean turtle or tortoise? I think it's turtle. I think Tortuga means turtle. Anybody want to translate? It's such a cool word, though. It sounds so piratey. Tortuga. Alright, we've got... We're like so close. Maybe it's the house with Christmas lights. Who knows? That might be the one with Christmas lights. Looks about right on the map. Oh, well, they do have Christmas lights, but they don't... It's not the one I was looking at. Not the one with quite as many Christmas lights, but they do have some. Alright, we're going to get ourselves turned around so we're facing the right way. So our drop-off can be really quick. Because that's what you want when you drop these things off. You just want to be able to like drop off and go. I always prefer to turn around first, if at all possible. It's a leave at the door order. Don't forget the drink, because there is a drink. And there is a straw in the bag. I feel it. Alright, I'll be right back with you guys. Just give me one moment. Just took 2 deliveries. All right, we're gonna head on out of this neighborhood, and we are gonna get, as quick as we can, back to a better restaurant zone. I saw them waiting at the door. They were like waiting for me to leave. I think that's kind of funny. Like, we're these scary delivery drivers. Alright, we are gonna zigzag out of here, get onto Airport Road again, and then we're gonna take it back down to our main strip. 41, it's gonna dump us out. As soon as we get close to Papa John's, we'll probably turn things on, see what sort of orders we can find. Again, tonight was mostly about getting the 70% and hanging out with you guys. Those are my 2 top priorities, so both of those things are already checked off. Now everything else is just kind of gravy. I'm not planning on staying out super late tonight. I was out way too late last night, and I do have a video that I want to get posted on the channel. My 5 worst and best places to deliver. So I'll be curious to see if you all agree with me. Let's see. Directions to True Food Kitchen. I thought I knew where I was until I realized I didn't. Yeah, it's like, I thought I was on one road, and then I'm like, wait a second. I'm not actually on that road. All right, let's see if we can find some Christmas decorations for you guys. There's a few houses. See if you can see some. I know it's kind of limited and a little bit blurry, but so there's a little bit of light left in the sky, but not much. It's getting pretty dark out here now. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us asleep, but now we're stressed out. You guys know that song? I did not do that song justice, sorry, but it's stuck in my head. And normally I would play it out loud to get it out of my head, but I can't do that because I'm on stream. Excuse me. Time to get some water. Alright, well, we're just waiting at a stoplight here to get back on our main drag. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here tonight. We're on the path to 1414 subscribers. So we were at 1412. We're actually back down to 1411. We gained someone and we lost somebody. It's all good. That's just how this game works. I do have one catering order set for tomorrow. So excited to have back-to-back catering orders for the first time in a while. All right, let's move. Let's move. We ended up with almost $700 in sales on Amazon yesterday. It's my best Amazon day in a while. Today is a much tamer $72.90. But we're good with that. Any sales are sales. Had a couple of small eBay sales today as well. In addition to the DoorDash orders that we've done, the $42 catering order. So that was pretty good. Yesterday we had sales on Amazon, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace. Anytime you can get all 3 of those in one day, especially Facebook Marketplace. They're sometimes some of the hardest sales to complete, but yeah, so we got those done. Today was more of a delivery day, but then also got some YouTube stuff and Patreon stuff done. You can check that out. There's free and paid tiers on the Patreon. Patreon.com/asideofhustle. Patreon.com/asideofhustle. So that's kind of like my personal journal a little bit. Stuff that I kind of think through and pondering through. I kind of do lots of like article-y type of things in there, but they're just exclusive to the Patreon. So my plan is not to be out super late tonight. We'll stay out till, say, 8 o'clock or something, but I got to be up early again tomorrow. I woke up, even though I was supposed to be at 5:45, I didn't wake up till like after 6 today. So that's not really good. That last delivery was $5, by the way, for like 4 miles. we're going to make a turn here. We're going to head down in the direction of Papa John's. When we do that, we will get DoorDash back on. I did just turn off shop and delivery orders because now that it is supper time and I'm at the 70%, I prefer not to do shop and deliver at supper time. So we're going to do that. We're just rocking and rolling. It's pretty slow, but what you would kind of expect from a Wednesday night. But we're going to see if maybe since we're platinum, we can go snag 1 or 2 decent orders. See what we can find, see what's out there tonight. I don't know if I'm going to actually sit somewhere or if I'm just going to like keep moving. But once we get down by Papa John's, we'll at least throw DoorDash on. We got Uber Eats and Grubhub on. I saw one decent Grubhub, but it was like $19 for 10 miles. I could have taken it, chose not to. Saw $9 for 1 mile on Uber Eats. Again, under normal circumstances, I'd probably take that because it was just so quick. But I really wanted to get the DoorDash orders done. Get to the 70%. So now, if we get orders like that, I'm a little more likely to take them now that the 70% has been completed. With it getting dark earlier, I find myself getting tired earlier. I know some of you guys have said the same thing too. It's like now that it gets dark earlier, it's like it's hard to stay motivated past 6 o'clock, 6:30. And I definitely feel that. All right, we got to go about 2 miles or so to the west. Once we get down that way, we'll turn DoorDash back on. We're still pretty much committed to taking most everything on DoorDash at this point in time. Trying to build up a nice little buffer. I'd love to work my way up to 80%, but I have no idea how many orders we'd have to take to get there. So. Definitely do not foresee myself staying out super late tonight. I'm pretty tired. And we had a super late night last night and a super early morning this morning and tomorrow morning. So goal is deliver a little bit more, try to find 1 or 2 good orders, and then call it a night. Go home for the day. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're on our journey to 1,414 subscribers, looking for 3 more. Also looking for 5 more channel members. Get on at 2, 5, or 25 a month. Support a small little channel, help us grow, help us make more, and hopefully better videos for you as well. Appreciate you so much hanging out, spending time with us, whether you're out delivering or just kind of using me to help you fall asleep. As a baseball fan, I'm primarily watching and waiting to see if Juan Soto is going to sign with my Mets. Seems to be. I kind of have this like weird feeling that he's going to sign with like not any of the major teams people are expecting him to. I know it'd be kind of crazy, but I wonder if the bridge is completely burned, or with the Nationals now having this nice crop of young players, if the Nationals would just pony up the cash, bring Soto back. I just feel like that would, as much as I'd like Juan Soto on the Mets, I feel like that would just be a super cool thing if somehow that could happen. But I have no idea what Soto's relationship with the Nationals is. I think it'd be really funny if they traded him away for a bunch of prospects and now those prospects are ready to play, and then they just get him back in free agency after all that. Like, sure, they're going to have to pay more, but they had offered him a big contract originally. Yeah, you know what, guys? I think I'm just going to keep moving. Once we get down here, we'll turn DoorDash back on, but I'm just going to keep moving in the direction of downtown. I don't want to be further from home than I have to be. If orders take me away, that's fine, but I just want to kind of take myself near home. Like I said, we accomplished the number one goal that we had for tonight, which was get our acceptance rate up to 70%. So I'm very excited that that is done and that is taken care of. I don't, Jaeger. No, so I mean, in the 80s, so I was born down in Florida in the 80s, so that's how I became a Dolphins fan. But then when I was young, we moved to New Jersey, like super early 80s. Well, that's 2 orders. No, I'm not doing 2 orders for that. And if you grow up in New Jersey in the 80s, it's like people going nuts over here. They weren't honking at me. So growing up in the 80s, looking back at 1986, it's like some of my first baseball memories. It's like watching the Mets win in 1986, and I just fell in love with baseball as a little 5-year-old. It's crazy to think that being 5 years old feels like, it almost gets to the point where it feels like it never even happened. It's just that long ago, and now I'm also realizing like all my kids are older than I was the last time the Mets won a World Series. Like, it's pretty sad. So, as a Mets fan, I would love to have Juan Soto and Pete Alonso. But as just a purely baseball fan, I think Juan Soto surprising everybody, going back to the Nationals, I think that would be really cool, and just signing to be with them for the rest of his career. I don't know if the Nationals have the money. I don't know if that bridge is burned, but if I could write like a cool baseball narrative, that's the narrative I would write. It's way better than Soto to the Dodgers, better than Soto to the Mets or the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, or Soto to the Yankees. Is Soto goes and re-signs to the Nationals a couple years after they traded him for a ton of prospects. Now all those prospects are major leaguers. Soto is still young. They could rebuild. They basically just traded Soto away for a bunch of prospects and then re-signed. I would just love that. As a baseball fan, I would be so in love with that story, even though I would not like it as a Mets fan. There's just like something so romantic about Juan Soto going back to the Nationals. All right, well, we're seeing lots of orders on Grubhub and Uber Eats, but not any good ones recently. That last one was $4 for 12 miles. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I've experienced one professional sports championship in my lifetime. And it was when I was 5 years old. Oh my goodness, Grossi with a super chat! Hey, thank you so much, Grossi. Appreciate it so much. I got my new catchphrase because all the super chats that we get are going to go towards our second family car. So, arr, that'll go far for the car. Everybody throw those Grossi emojis up. Jaeger, get those Grossi emojis up. We got an emoji for you, Tom Grossi. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for all the love that you're sharing for small creators. Love it. Thank you for supporting us and going out there. Jaeger, can you post the Grossi emoji? There we go. We got the Grossi emojis for you. We knew you would come back sometime. We knew you're like we knew you were gonna come back. We got Grossi emojis for you. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. What an epic, awesome stream. Thank you for that surprise. So, I love it. Thank you. Congratulations on 750,000 subscribers as well to you. So, we appreciate you. And there we go. Post those Grossi emojis, Audrey. We got them. Thank you so much. We are, by the way, Tom, we're probably passing our 4,000 watch hours in the next 2 days or so. So We're just waiting for them to be certified to come through. So a big shout out to you and to the whole posse for helping speed up that process, and super excited about it. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate the work you're doing for small creators, as well as all the good stuff that I love doing. That you missed Cross, you missed Cross, but he was here. So we appreciate you so much, Tom. Thank you. I don't know, you guys like my new catchphrase? I've been working on that all day. So because we decided we're gonna put all the super chats, all the memberships, and everything to a second family car. So as we got R, that'll go far towards the car. So I love it, guys. It's just so cool. What's the? I can't think of the, like. Is it in like stories where? All right, we gotta take this one. This one's a little easier to swallow after a super chat like that. It's $6 for 6 miles from Chipotle. It's 2 orders. It's like a double pickup from Chipotle, so we're gonna go grab those. So there's I forget, there's like a legend, like someone who just like shows up like randomly and then disappears. I forget, like I want to come up with what it is. So chaotic good. And what's so cool, what I love about it with Tom is that he doesn't just do it when he's filming, when he's streaming and all that. He just comes at random times and blesses random small creators. It's so cool. So appreciative. That is our largest super chat ever as well. So I know it's so cool. Like just the genuineness that you see, like, because anyone could try to fake things like on a live stream. I mean, it's hard to do over time, but you can try to fake things, but just go do stuff behind the scenes, like hop in a chat. There's like 4 or 5 of us here get to witness it. It's just like so cool. So yeah, like all of a sudden, like, okay, I'm not gonna complain about a small little Chipotle order. We're gonna be happy. We're gonna go do that. I'll bring you guys in. So I know, isn't it so cool? So appreciative. Thank you, Tom. And thank you to the Grassi Posse. Appreciate you so much. We are here now at the Chipotle. It's a double. It's weird. It said both are going to the same address. Is that really true? There's 2 different names. Oh. Because they're going to like 7202. Oh, wow. No, they're literally going. It's 2 different names, but they're literally going to the same exact. Hey, Savage, just keep going. You just keep grinding. Did you see the video I put out, by the way, Savage? I put out the video of best practices to get rated by Tom Grassi. Have you gotten a chance to see that video? And I mean, I'm still studying and watching because I think it's good, and there's lots of just good small content creator things too. So, all right, I might have to mute you guys in Chipotle here really quick. Hello, Ladybug. How's it going? Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe no music. We might be okay. Oh wait, I hear music. Hold on. I'll be right back. I know. I just love it. Tom Grassi just shows up. That's what's cool too. What I like about what YouTube does is that super chat will be that'll be up for like a long time, and so it's really cool. So anyone coming by will get to see it and get to celebrate and stuff like that. So, oh, I'm not parked in my normal spot. I go to a different spot. So, Ladybug, good evening. Hello, how are you tonight? We just had our largest super chat ever from Tom Grassi. So appreciative of just all the little ways that he's supported our channel. And I gotta go on the way. I'm gonna call my wife too and let her know. So, I mean, it's so cool. It's such an honor, and it's just really cool to see. Like, it's not just one time, guys. Like, it's crazy. So crazy. And it's like, it's so thankful. And I mean, just keep setting us, you know, it gives us opportunities to keep pursuing stuff that we're trying to pursue and helping other people. And, you know, I was thinking about it, like, you know, we did our first charity dash off on Saturday, you know, and it's like, it was only $250, but it's still $250 that we were able to raise for charity in whatever that was, 3 hours on Saturday that we did. And like, it's cool. And when you have other people who come on board and supporting you and stuff like that, it just allows you to keep on going. So we're going to confirm both of these pickups. I'm going to call my wife though too, because I got to celebrate with her. Call my wife. So I figured my little pirate talk is just in line with the red beard, so we'll have some fun with that. So that's where, I don't know, maybe it's a stupid catchphrase, but I think it's kind of silly. Hi, how are you? Okay, sounds good. I just wanted to give you a quick update. We just had our largest super chat ever. Yeah. So Tom Grassi came by again. Yeah, and he came in and did a $100 super chat. So, yeah, I know, it's super cool. So, super fun, and yeah. So I just wanted to let you know. Oh yeah, yeah. And I have my new catchphrase ready, and yeah. Yeah, or just following along and whatever happened. Yep. Well, yeah, because we've got a small group of regulars that are on both channels now and stuff too. So, but yeah, it was just like such a surprise, just like out of nowhere. So it was really cool. Yes. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, that's so much fun. Can I tell the stream all of the presents you guys got today? I'll let them know. I'll fill them in. Because I let them know that you guys were doing like your first Secret Santa ever today. So I'll fill them in. I might not have all the details, but I'll let them know. So anyway, just want to let you guys know about that. So, and we're over the 70%. So we're back to platinum too. So yep. So that's why I'm gonna get back to the stream. But all right, sounds good. I love you guys. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, good Nelly. Bye. All right, just had to talk to my family. So my kids, they all had their first Secret Santa today, and among all the staff kids. So all the staff kids like filled out a little sheet of things that they liked. And so my oldest daughter, so they had a bunch of things, but they keyed in on the fact that she said she liked teal or aqua, like Miami Dolphins colors, and horses, and she got like a teal horse necklace. And then my son, he liked baseball and baseball cards and Oreos, and he got mint Oreos, and he got 2 packs of baseball cards, pulled a Shohei Ohtani and an Aaron Judge out of one of the packs. That's pretty good in baseball card world, really in any world. So, and then he got a giant pack of mint Oreos, and he got a bunch of Big League Chew, the bubble gum, so he'll have that for his games and everything. So, and then my youngest daughter, she said she liked pink, and she got a pink flamingo and a pink drinking glass and like some cat post-it notes. So thank you for the like and the share of the stream, Savage. Appreciate it so much. So I'm kind of like riding high now, like I'm on like cloud 9, and I'm going to tell you though, this is the principle I keep talking about. Like, you just got to, if you want to start your YouTube channel, you just got to keep grinding and grinding and grinding. I know. Yep, exactly. No, I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT, because there's like a legend of like someone who just like pops up, shows up, like boom, you know, does something, and then boom, disappears. And I love it. It's so cool. It's chaotic good, and it's the unplanned, and it's the unannounced, and that, you know, that's why I was saying when I made the video of like how to get rated, like this idea of just begging and pleading, that's kind of the opposite of what Grassi is all about. He's all about like surprising, and when you think about it, you know, those of you who are parents, you kind of understand the difference between like when you're in a position to surprise your kids for something that they're not expecting versus like if they demand something. You know, so if you look at it as a parent, it's like, obviously it's so much more fun to surprise your kids with something they're not expecting than to just give them something that they're demanding, or even if they're nice about it and requesting it. It's just still more fun to do the surprise, and that's what's really cool. So I love it, and it's just kind of humbling, and you know, obviously, you know, it's not anything we're doing other than putting the work in or whatever, but yeah, it's cool, and it just is like, okay, you know what, like that just inspires me to keep stepping up my game more and more. It's like I want to keep showing, I want to keep proving to all of you that I care about you guys, I want to serve you guys, and that all of us together, we want to care about our communities and serve our communities the best way we can. Of course, a big part of that, I think, for a lot of us is getting out of debt and going in that direction, and it's just really cool. Like I literally made a video today, you know, about, it was just a short that I made, but you know, we made the first $200, and it's going towards a car. And then it's followed up with, you know, this right away, and it's like, all right, like it's just exciting. It's exciting what opportunities there are ahead. So there's going to be so much more. Sorry, I had to get over safely there. So we have, I mean, every time I look up, I still see the super chat on the bottom of the screen. It's like, whoa, that's so big. That's so huge. So, oh man, I'm just like, I'm flying high. Flying high, super excited, super appreciative, and love it. Love it, love it. I'm glad some of you guys got to be here to experience it too. I know, it's just like being a blessing. I mean, it's the same exact feeling. It's the same exact feeling, Jaeger, like if you get $100 cash tip. I mean, it's the same feeling. I mean, in some ways, it's maybe even like a nod better too, but it's like, yep, exactly. Like, this is the thing that people don't understand is Tom Grassi is a 10-year overnight success, right? Like, Tom Grassi, you have 750,000 subscribers. That's so easy. Yeah, after 10 years of grinding. I mean, do you guys understand, like, the consistency it takes to make content for 10 years? I mean, I have days that I don't want to make content, and I've been not even doing it for an entire year. It's like the consistency, the hard work that you have to put in. It's like, if you want to achieve something big like that, you've got to really, like, you have to post on good days and bad days, and you have to force your way through. when things aren't going the way you want them to, and when your audience isn't there. It's like you got to just keep pushing. Awesome, Savage. 500 is going to be just around the corner. 500 is just around the corner. So you keep pushing, keep grinding, keep making that content, keep learning what works, what doesn't work. You know, and the great thing is you don't have to have everything figured out. That's the great thing about being a YouTube creator, is like you don't have to have everything figured out. You can run a series for a while, and if it gets traction, great. And if it doesn't get traction, that's fine. You can kill it. You can move on to the next series. Whatever you want to do. All right, we are just about 1 mile away from our drop-off from our delivery. Oh man, just like a smile on your face. It's just so cool. I feel like I have to stay live as long as the super chat is on the screen. I have to stay live as long as the super chat is on the screen, for sure. I feel like that is more than a fair and equal trade-off, and for other people to see. I'm glad you guys were able to get the emojis up too, because I wasn't parked, so it's like, oh man, get those emojis up, and I think he appreciated that. So now it's almost like we have to have we got to have the next thing ready to go. So now I almost want to watch like his future streams to see if he mentions it or whatever. I want to chat, like they have Tom Grassi emojis. So let's do it. All right. So these are both going to the same apartment complex, but not just that, they're actually both going to the same exact apartment, but it's two different names. It's not the same person. It's two different names. And they said they also had another order going to the same person. So they one of these people double ordered their food or something like that. So, by the way, we are right next to home, so it'd be very easy to pack up and go home. Not that it's early enough to do that, but yeah, so it's super exciting. Woo! Yeah, it's so cool. So cool. Be a blessing. Be a blessing. Blessed to be a blessing. I gotta figure out where this apartment complex is. You don't want to miss it. I think this one's got some speed bumps in here too. We'll see. Yep. I mean, it's so true. You just have to keep putting the work in. You know, maybe it's not a Grassi super chat, but maybe it's a whatever, right? Maybe it's a Mr. Beast. Maybe it's a, whatever. I mean, there's all sorts of people on YouTube all times of the day or night, and you just never know what person is going to find your stream, is going to appreciate you, is going to do that. And I don't necessarily even know if that were something special, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does this to other channels too. And it's super cool. And I want to allow him to kind of, I need to just reach out and send a thank you note to him. I got to figure out, there's probably contact info on his page. If any of you have access to his page and see his, if he has an email or something, let me know and just shoot me an email with it. Otherwise, I'll look it up. But, I just need to send a personal thank you to him. I don't think something like this is something I would send a public thank you for, but. All right, we're going to pause orders after delivery here. All right, we're going to be right back here. Throw the sign up so all you channel members See, and that's another reason why. That's why you want to be a channel member, so you got access to those grassy emojis. I got to figure out if this is even the right building here. So, oh, come on, sign. Don't be ornery tonight. You got reasons to be thankful. What is up, sign? Sign is grumpy. All right, here we go. We'll be right back. All right, we went the wrong way, but we got it all dropped off and delivered. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. I got to actually upload the... Thank you. Complete delivery. All right. Oh man, every time I look up and I see that, it's like, whoa, whoa. All right, we are all paused. Now it's not a particularly high dollar delivery, but we don't care at this point in time. Woo! All right, I'm gonna turn the light off though. Just getting out of here. There's a lot of cars, pedestrians, bikers in this little complex here, so we're gonna be super safe with everything. And then we're just gonna head back down in the general direction of Magic Dumpster. Got some speed bumps to go over, and all right. Just, yeah, it's the same feeling, guys. This is, and here's the thing, I get it when it comes to things like tipping and stuff, people like to fight and argue and complain, but what you're really, that whole tipping argument really comes down to a whole different complex, which is, are you looking at things as business decisions, or are you looking at things as blessing people decisions? And if you choose to look at things as blessing people as opposed to always and everything being a business decision, it certainly makes everything, gives you a different perspective on everything in life. And I can tell you, experiencing this feeling right now, and I mean, even you guys may be getting a little rush out of this, like, it's crazy, and it's like, that just makes you want to bless other people as well. At least it makes me want to do that. I guess we can make this turn. All right, we're gonna head back towards downtown. What a crazy, crazy wild night. I want to reread the super chat too, because like, this is happy holidays, broski. Stay safe and keep crushing it. Love it. Because I don't think I actually read the super chat. I was like so excited. I don't know if I actually read it. Happy holidays, broski. Stay safe. I know I didn't even like it in the moment. It's like, there we go. Got the heart. Oh man. Joy, right? Well, this would be happiness. Joy should not be tied to external things. We talked about last night. This is just happiness. Happiness can be tied to external things. Oh man, wanted to go to bed early tonight. Now I'm not going to be able to sleep. We're going to get back downtown, cross our 2 bridges, and then we'll go hang out by Magic Dumpster. We're still pretty much, I don't know if we're up to 71% or not. I didn't check on that last one. But we're still pretty much taking everything on DoorDash tonight, trying to build a buffer now. Love to, it's Wednesday, yeah, so by Friday night, I'd love to be to 80%. So we shall see how all of that goes. Let's see if it'll tell me. Home screen, ratings. No, we're still just at 70. So yeah, we're pretty much still committed to taking everything here. Woo! And it's like, it's humbling too, guys. Like all this YouTube stuff is just so humbling. Like, and not just the super chats, like the memberships, guys, the subscribers, like all of it. It's like, it's so humbling. It's like an emotional, like it's all positive. It's just like this, it's like an emotional, I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like a roller coaster, but not, because like that makes it sound like it's positive, negative. It's just like, just run through the gauntlet of emotions, I guess. That's the way to phrase it. All right, we're gonna get back downtown. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. My brain is brained out. Like totally don't know what to say. All right, we got to go like maybe 2 more miles here. We'll get across the bridges into downtown. Throw a DoorDash back on. We got Uber Eats and Grubhub on, but again, everything's been relatively slow tonight. And I have not super high expectations. There being lots of great orders out here tonight anyway. And we were good with that. We have already accomplished the #1 goal of the stream, which is get to 70% acceptance rate. We are still on our pathway here to 14 subscribers. So we're looking for 3 more subs. We are also looking for 5 more channel members. Those are our two current channel goals. Good evening, Grammy. How's it going? Yeah, we just had like crazy crazy last half an hour in chat. Tom Grassi came by, dropped a huge super chat. We got to our 70% acceptance rate on DoorDash, so we're back to platinum, and just having fun. Actually, it's going to be easier for me to go park at Turco Taco for right now, if we even get to park. Who knows? I'm going to go. We are back across the bridges. I'm doing well. How are you doing tonight, Grammy? I'm not planning on staying out super late tonight. I was out super late last night, and but we're gonna try to find a couple more orders here. See if there's one or two more. Be nice to get like one platinum order. Wonder if I should. I should probably just end this stream. Not the stream. End the stream. No, I should probably end the dash. Let's do that. And then close the app, just in case it doesn't fully recognize that I'm a platinum dasher. I feel like that's a good play here. Some good strategery. All right, we're gonna go sit by Turco Taco. See if there's any orders gonna send to us. So my recommendation is, if you're trying to keep Platinum Dasher and you're right on the edge of losing it, it would be better to accept the order and cancel it than to decline the order and go below the 70% and have to work your way back up. That's just kind of my personal experience of it. So, Grammy, is it cold for this time of year by you? We were talking about that earlier tonight. A lot of people were saying, we got down to the 40s in Southwest Florida last night, which is pretty rare. That usually only happens about 5 times a year, I would say, 5 to 10 times max, that we get lows in the 40s. And it's super rare. I don't know what the all-time record low was for this date, but it's super rare to get that cold this early in the night. All right, we are parking in the general vicinity of Turco Taco, but not quite there. It's a little hard to get out right by there. So we're gonna park a little bit further away, but we'll still be plenty close. Easily walking distance. That being said, too, I'm not planning on staying out crazy late, so if there's not a ton of deliveries, that's fine too. I'm parked. Woo! All right, I gotta take a picture, right? Because I was driving when the super chat came through, so I'm gonna take a picture of the message. I know I can screenshot it, but I'm old school, so I want to get posing for a picture for myself. All right, so yeah, we can talk about kind of whatever you guys want to talk about. Anything you guys got going on, let me know. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Let's see, what else do we want to talk about? Let's see, is there any sports news to talk about? Because if we're just sitting here waiting for orders to come in, let's see if there's anything. Trevor Lawrence going to the injured reserve. Ravens wide receiver Deontay Johnson suspended for refusing to play. Well, I mean, I guess if you refuse to play, that makes sense to suspend you. Good evening, Ryan. How's it going tonight? It has been a night of receiving chaotic good in the chat. So Tom Grassi came by, did us a solid on a super chat, and yeah, it was super good, super cool, awesome blessing to have him come by. And we had a couple members on who got to throw up the Grassi emojis when he came in too. So it was super fun. Yeah, it is, and he does like this sort of stuff. He does without any notoriety or anything. It just goes and blesses small creators and different things like that. So cool. Do I think Aaron Rodgers is done, Yeager? I think he's done with the Jets. How about that? I don't think we see Aaron Rodgers take a snap in a Jets uniform after this season is over. That's my best guess. I think it'd be really funny if he ended up going to the Vikings to complete the Brett Favre journey. But from Packers to Jets to Vikings, that would just be really funny in my mind. The big sports event that I'm waiting for is Juan Soto. I want to see if Juan Soto signs with the Mets or signs somewhere else. Like, whenever that happens, it's going to be huge news. So as a Mets fan, I would love to have Soto. I think you'd kind of be crazy if you're a fan of any baseball team you didn't want Juan Soto. But as a baseball fan, I would love to see Juan Soto circle back and go to the Washington Nationals. As much as I would hate playing against him and having him in my division, that would just be such a good story arc. All right, cash on delivery. So we're gonna accept. Try to accept. Never know how this is, if it's gonna work or not. All right. So cash on delivery, there's no penalty if you accept and then decline. In fact, there's no penalty, just decline. But I always accept first to get the acceptance rate point. So since the total's only 23.36 and it's taking us away from downtown, I'm going to follow that up with a decline. So it's a cool little, it's one of the few, I don't want to even call it a glitch, it's like a loophole. So you can accept, get the acceptance rate point, and then still decline on cash on delivery orders. Even like if you don't want to do it at any given point in time. So that's what we did. We accepted and then we followed it up with a decline. So we're going to just keep sitting here. Of course, we're probably the closest cash on delivery driver out there right now. So that's probably why they sent it to us. I wish they would guarantee more base pay for cash on delivery because it is a harder delivery. I mean, I wish they would guarantee more base pay on all their deliveries, but you guys understand what I mean here. Ambulance coming right behind us here. Remember, Turco Taco is like right by the hospital, so whenever we park down here, we're more likely to see more ambulances and stuff. You're back, Savage. I just don't... Yeah, why? Just... You've got to look at your window, right? Everything you have to look at windows. And especially in the NFL, you have these small windows that you have to win. And I mean, occasionally you get the freak of nature, the Tom Brady, the Patrick Mahomes, but that's not most teams. Most teams have small windows to win, usually 2 to 5 years. 2 to 5 years. And in those windows, you have to make the absolute most of it. You just have to be like, okay, this is it. And I'm not at Magic Dumpster right now. I'm at Turco Taco. It's a little early for Magic Dumpster. And I was kind of coming from the wrong direction to get there easily. But if we don't get any orders here in about 10 minutes, we'll go head to Magic Dumpster next, Ryan. So, soon we will head there. And honestly, if I'm not getting anything by 7:30 at Magic Dumpster, then I'll probably move on from there as well. So hard to keep my head straight. But I mean, like, that's where, so this is the problem. The Cowboys window is closing here. And it's like, at a certain point, if you can't figure out how to cut bait early, then you end up holding on too long. And like, that's been, so the Packers have kind of managed this. Good evening, Kaylee, how's it going? The Packers have managed to figure out this system where they draft their quarterback a year or two before they need him. They let him sit and watch. And then they don't have to draft, you know, a top 3 or a top 5 pick. They can just grab a late first round, someone who's good that they like, but maybe someone who's a little raw and unpolished. But then when you do that, when it's time to get rid of your old guy, you send him on, you promote your next guy. You know, you're probably going to have a year of growing pains a little bit, but then you're right back in it. And if you're constantly dealing, yes, Grassi gave us a huge, he stopped by, did a happy holidays super chat, and did the $100. That's our biggest super chat that we have ever had on the channel. So he just like showed up out of nowhere. Jaeger and Audrey got the Grassi emojis up for him. And so he got to see the Grassi emojis, and then he just moved on to the next stream. It's like kind of like Santa Claus, I guess, right? Tom Grassi kind of is like Santa Claus. He just shows up, except it's the opposite. He doesn't show up when you're sleeping. He shows up when you're working, and drops off a little present or his presents, and then just as quick as he shows up, he leaves. Yeah, so I always talk with the family I play, and we never do a live stream. We never do a live stream with the family unless every single person in the family agrees to be on it. So, and we've got just lots of people who follow the live stream that appreciate the family. Hey, apology accepted. No worries. Like, I'm really sensitive to it. Like, I try to make sure, and everyone in the family knows at all times. And all the regulars on the stream know too. Like, I'll often tell them, like, well, if everyone's up for it, we'll go live, but if not, we won't. And it's usually about the only time that ever happens is like on a Friday night, because they're at school late, because my wife usually has aftercare that she watches kids for, and it's also in the middle of delivery time, and it's also in the middle of that. So, no, it's good. Apology accepted. We move on. We grow. We learn, and I understand your concern too. Like, I appreciate that. So, we're good, man. We're good, man or woman. I guess I don't know, but I appreciate it. And thanks for coming back. Mods, just as a general thing, this is why I always prefer. Yep. No, I understand. That's why I always prefer doing the timeout thing, guys, because I think. I always just kind of assume, like, hey, people, sometimes we can just be seeing things differently on one day and then come back to work things out. So just so you mods know, here's a perfect example. This is why I love just doing if there's an issue or something, doing a timeout. And then if someone keeps coming back and causing issues or whatever, you know, then I think I've only had to like permanently ban like one person. So, because most of the time they don't come back. So, I appreciate you. So, is it cold where you are? I play what I want? Like, is it like not necessarily cold, but cold relative to how it normally is? It seems like it's that way most everywhere across the country. We're already down to 62 degrees here, which I know that's not super cold. I don't think we're supposed to be as cold tonight. Yeah. Last night was our cold night of getting into the 40s. Colorado, so it could be anywhere from 20 degrees to 70 degrees today. I've got family that lives out in Colorado Springs, so I've been out there a couple of times, experienced the chaos of weather. I remember one time we drove in, we arrived, it was 70 degrees, and then there were like 10-foot piles of snow from that morning. So all the base snow had melted, but they had to plow it, so there were still snow piles. It's like 70 degrees with snow piles. Not much. I think there's a lot of people right now that are going to be super tight on cash, right? Yeah, exactly. Go sledding, and then you can go swimming later. Or at least hop in the hot tub for sure. I think there's just a lot of people. It's the beginning of the month. Everything is due. Everybody just spent a ton of money on Black Friday, and I don't mean everybody. You guys get the general principle here, but a lot of people spent a ton of money on food last week. They're probably still eating through leftovers. They spent a ton of money on presents. Plus rent is due. You know, all the bills are due at the beginning of the month. Paychecks just came out. I think it's just extra exacerbated. Plus, people are kind of looking ahead to, hey, we've got company coming again in a couple of weeks or whatever. So, I think it's completely possible that, even this weekend might be a little bit slow. Yeah, well, orders but bad means people are ordering but not tipping well, which means they need the delivery service, but they're just they're not feeling comfortable throwing much more on it. So it would seem to line up with budgets being tight. I mean, even tonight we're pretty slow on orders. I'm gonna sit here for like 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna go to Magic Dumpster, and then we'll give that like 10 minutes, and if there's nothing, I'm going home. I've got a video that I want to get up on YouTube, and I'm going to be up early again tomorrow, so I want to go to bed a lot earlier. So I'm very convinced with these apps, like if there's not good orders, there's not good deliveries, just go home. Don't force yourself to stay out just because. Like if there's nothing, you're better off going home, accomplishing something else, and then being ready the next day. So. Man, what a stream though. What a stream. What a fun stream. So when I hit 7:15, I'm going to move from here to where it is, and I don't know. That Aaron Rodgers thing with the Jets, I just blow the whole thing up. I mean, can't you trade Aaron Rodgers to somebody? I bet you can get a 6th or a 7th round pick for Aaron Rodgers. He is still a better quarterback than. Well, that'd be interesting. You think? I mean, well, like, not now, past the trade deadline, but like starting. Let's do this really quick. Let me see if I can find a list of the current starting quarterbacks to see who. All right. This list seems pretty good. Who do you think would? Do you guys know who the new starting quarterback will be for the Jacksonville Jaguars? Does anyone know this? A COVID test handed to me? That's probably not good. Not a big fan of the COVID test hand it to me. Okay, so does anyone know, without looking it up, because I would not have guessed, does anyone know who will start for the Jacksonville Jaguars now that Trevor Lawrence is out? Anybody want to take a guess? The answer is Mac Jones. Mac Jones is in line to become the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars this week. All right, so with that in mind, who would potentially consider Aaron Rodgers an upgrade? Not a lateral move, not a move down, but who would consider an upgrade? Okay, so we're going to skip Ravens and Lamar Jackson. No. Bills and Josh Allen, no. Bengals and Josh Burrow, no. Cleveland Browns and Jameis Winston. Would you consider Aaron Rodgers an upgrade from Jameis? I would say probably. All right, you know what, guys? This is perfect. We're gonna actually go by Magic Dumpster, but we're gonna take this order here, and it's gonna take us towards home. I mean, this drop off is right by my house, so we're just gonna take this and be done for the night. We can keep running through quarterbacks here, but I think there's probably 10 teams. I would guess there's at least 10 teams who would consider Aaron Rodgers a better starting quarterback option than who they currently have. I mean, you have to remember, the Jets are a very dysfunctional organization. I'm starting to get chilly in here. Starting to get chilly in here. How long have I been live? 2 hours, Kaylee. Started at 5:15. So, been live for 2 hours, but it's slow out here tonight. My plan was to stay on at least until I think the super chat lasts for like 1 hour. $100 super chat lasts for an hour. So the amount you super chat determines how long it stays on the screen. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. So like, yeah, there's actually a sliding time scale for it. I'll bring you guys with me here. So I did do some delivery earlier today too. Our key thing is we got to 70% acceptance rate. So now we're back to Dash Anytime. And now, hey, with this one, guys, we're up to 71%. So we even have a little tiny bit of breathing room now too. Yes, so we are going live tomorrow night. It might be 2 parts. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the same thing, so what I might do tomorrow is food delivery from 5 to 8 or 5 to 7:45, and then go home and do game stream from 8 to 11. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So yeah, we'll be live tomorrow night. I think I'm going to try to be live tentatively most of the day Friday. Most of the day Saturday we'll be live. It'll be college. Oh my goodness, sorry. College football conference championship weekend. And then Sunday, I'll be live Sunday afternoon into the evening. I'm not 100% certain. If I'm going to do Dolphins game from home, or I haven't even looked at the Dolphins schedule to see when they play yet. All right, so we're going to go hang out. I'm not going to park exactly by Magic Dumpster, but well, unless that's the best parking spot, but there's a slightly closer parking spot behind the restaurant. We're going to go grab this order. This is the order that put us at... Oh, actually, you know what? We are going to park by Magic Dumpster because I'm going to bring you guys with me as well. I just might have to mute for music. So this is exactly where we parked last night when we discovered the parade. It is much quieter downtown now than it was last night. Ugh. Magic Dumpster looks super bloated tonight. It's like overflowing. All right, there's Magic Dumpster. You can throw your Magic Dumpster emojis in the chat. Tentatively, Kaylee. Tentatively all day Friday. I'm trying to, so in my goal to move to doing food delivery less, I'm trying to squeeze most of my food delivery to nights and weekends other than catering orders. And if there's something I need to do, or if there's like a really good week or something. But I'm trying to squeeze most of my food delivery into that time frame and then spend more of my days working on the YouTube, the Amazon, and the eBay. So, all right, this is 2 orders of fettuccine alfredo. So we'll see. It is so quiet out here compared to how it was like on the weekend. Way less busy. So, all right. I might have, yeah, I'm going to mute here really quick. All right, everything is ready to go. So this drop off is like a mile or 2 away from my house. So we're gonna stay live till the super chat falls off the screen, but I'm gonna probably head home after this delivery. It was not like a spectacular delivery night, but that was okay. We got accomplished what we wanted. We not just got to 70% acceptance rate, we actually got to 71% acceptance rate. I've got a YouTube video that I filmed that I want to get uploaded. If I can get that uploaded tonight, it'll be up for members only until tomorrow evening, if I can get it done. It's just a list of my favorite and least favorite places, but there's just no orders out here tonight. It's just not worth my time, honestly. It's too much sitting around, and I got to be up at 5:45 tomorrow morning. I got a catering order I got to deliver tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not big enough to have an editor. I am my own editor right now. I create all my own thumbnails. ChatGPT helps organize my thoughts. Occasionally, ChatGPT assists in the thumbnail. Occasionally, but for the most part, it's just a one-man show. All right, well, we'll do kind of, it's all stuff falling down. The interior of the car is falling apart. Mechanically, it's been pretty sound here recently, but all right. We're gonna get the GPS up. I already know basically where I'm going. We're gonna pause orders after delivery right away, so that way that's done. This is $7.50, so it's probably like $2.50 base pay with a $5 tip. And the drop-off is right by home, which is great. And I'm tired. I probably should not have done the late night stream last night, but I'm glad I did, because otherwise I don't think we'd be at the 70% yet. So now, at least that is done and taken care of. The catering order was great. It was from Carrabba's. It was $42. I'm gonna take the long way around here. Here, let me just go, Mr. Chucky. All right. This is not the way we normally take out of here, but we're doing it. But it was ready to go. It took like 20 minutes. It was just easy. It's like what a good catering order should be. $42 in 20 minutes. So obviously we didn't keep up the pace, but for that little bit of time, we're doing like 120 an hour for that short period of time. So we like that. Sandwiched in some other DoorDash deliveries before and after it. I'm actually turning all the other apps off because I'm beat. I'm tired. Got people crossing on don't walk signs. Don't know who's going, who's not going. They're also crossing on a don't walk sign. Alright, we gotta come around here slowly. So yeah, we got all the other apps off at this point in time. I got some good inspiration at the coffee shop today for both YouTube and Patreon. So I have new Patreon posts. One went up today. It's the third one of the week. I had a Sunday, a Monday, a Wednesday, and I have Patreon posts scheduled for Thursday and Friday. Some are for everybody. Some are just for yeah. Well, Jaeger, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's nice to have that. Like, yeah, yes. Like, and these are the things. So this is one of my goals, you know, like best shape of my life, heart, soul, mind, strength, wallet going into next year. That's the other thing. I need to get that debt-free challenge video done too. That one just takes a little more prep. So if I can get this video done tonight, then I might actually have time to work on the debt-free challenge video and get that up. I wanted that out last Wednesday, and now we're already a week late, and I don't want to do that. But this is the whole idea of having like a stoic mentality of like, don't get too high when things are good, don't get too low when things are bad. Just keep doing the thing that whatever it is that you're called to do. You just got to find ways to keep doing it even when it doesn't feel, even when you don't feel good. Like, you just have to keep pushing through. And I think it's a very practical, obviously it doesn't always work like this, but it's a very practical example of what that looks like. Like, you keep grinding, you keep putting in the work, and sometimes when you do that, you catch a break. And then when you catch a break, this is the other thing. So this is like a major life tip that I never really got until recently. So it used to be, if I caught a break, then I would just go like celebrate and then like lose all the momentum, and that was it. And now instead, it's like when you catch a break like this, get like a big super chat or whatever, what it should cause you to do, if you're in a good, healthy place, is it should actually cause you to double down your efforts and work even harder. It shouldn't cause you catch a break, you have something lucky happen, it shouldn't cause you to be lazy. If it causes you to be lazy, it means there's something broken inside of you. Instead, what it should cause you to do is instead be like super focused and say like, okay, this good thing happened, now let me double down, let me keep pushing, let me keep going. And then the other thing is like something like this, when something good like this happens, you pull strength from that on a bad day, right? And in the same way, like I pulled strength from you guys yesterday. Like, I wasn't 100% feeling it, but you guys were here, you were cheering me on, encouraging me, challenging me, helped me get through it. And then today, like, I was in a good spot today. And that's what's cool, and that's why building your network around you, but then continuing to work to get healthy in as many areas of your life as you can get healthy in is good too. Because now I don't want to just be like lazy and like, hey, let me just go spend $50 because we just got a $100 super chat. No, it's like, okay, we got that. That's another step closer to the goal, and now I got to keep pushing. I got to keep doing. I got to keep serving other people. I got to find more ways, better ways to keep making this go. So, and like I said before, all the money that's coming in via the YouTube streams, which will be like AdSense when it comes in, but super chats, memberships, and Patreon, all that money is just going in our family, a second car for our family fund. And so that's where it's going, because as soon as we get 2 cars, that's going to actually allow me to stream more and create more and better videos too, because I won't be dependent on having the vibe at all times, or more specifically, my wife won't be dependent on having the vibe all the time. Uber Eats is saying I should go on and deliver during dinner time. so I appreciate that. So yeah, that's what we're going to be, like, the best way, like, I've been thinking about this for a long time. The best way for me to grow this channel is to have a second vehicle. So that's what we're going to do. And don't worry, the vibe will still kind of be with us for most of the time, but a bigger vehicle will do a couple things. Obviously, it means I don't have to leave the same time that my wife and kids have to leave for school. It also means on weekends I can be out delivering, and my wife can take the kids other places so they're not just stuck at home. And in addition to that too, a larger vehicle will unlock larger catering order opportunities. So I have that possibility, which then means a chance of making more money, which means less deliveries that I have to do, which means more time to make videos. Because basically I've got just like a set amount that I need to make from gig delivery work. So the faster I can get gig delivery work done, the more time I have to put towards other things. And that's the goal, because I just want to keep making videos. They're going to help people, serve people. And I don't 100% know every single video that I want to make right now or the exact direction of the channel, and I think I'm okay with that. I think I've just come to the conclusion, like, I'm okay living in this tension for a season here. We're going to live in this tension of we're like a gig delivery / self-improvement / sports channel. And probably in the long run, we can't be all three of them. But maybe we can. Maybe we can figure out what that looks like. But I'm going to be okay living in the tension of we're a gig delivery / self-improvement / sports YouTube channel. And as we zone in more and more on what we want to do, we'll just figure out what is the best way. What's the best way to make this work, and how does all of this look? So, and I'm okay. Like, for a little while I wasn't okay living in that tension, but now I am. Like, I'm good. I'm good living in that tension. I'm good living in that space, and we're going to keep tweaking and learning and trying to figure things out the best we possibly can. All right, we're like less than a half mile away from this drop off. This is like $7 for 5 miles. We're taking it because we're taking everything on DoorDash pretty much anyway. It did get us to 71% acceptance rate. I'll have some Christmas lights I can show you guys on the way out here. That'll be on your side of the phone. We're going to drop this off. I'm going to head to my house. I'm going to stick with my pledge. I'm not going to go off stream until the Grassi super chat disappears. So we're going to, the man deserves the thanks and the recognition for that. Super appreciative of that. So our current channel goals, I'll start summing up some of that stuff here though. Current channel goals are to get to 14 on subscribers and to get to 25 channel members. We're looking for 5 more channel members to join. Apparently that was the turn. We didn't pass too far past it. Yeah, no, for sure, Kaylee. That makes sense. It's like sometimes that's exactly right. It's like you might be like, this doesn't quite make sense, but in this moment, it's gonna be. Awesome. I'll give a couple more thoughts on that in a second. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got the numbers switched. I thought it was going to be $2.50 base pay with a $5 tip. Instead, it was a $2 base pay with a $5.50 tip. But we are good. We are ending the dash. It's good enough for a Wednesday night. Wednesday night's probably the worst day of the week in my market. So we're just going to get ourselves turned around here. I think that's exactly right, Kaylee. And like, I've come to that realization too. Like, even the tough times that I've been through in my life, I didn't realize it at the time, but they all were leading to something else. And even what's going on now is leading towards something else. But a lot of the negative stuff that I've had to go through in my life brought me to this point. And I don't know if I would have ever gotten to the point of starting a YouTube channel if I hadn't gone through the struggles that I had gone through. I wanted to turn that on, but that's just too bright right now. All right, let me turn the camera around so you maybe can see. I know they're not the most focused, but there's some Christmas lights out here. See if you guys can see a couple of them. But that's exactly it. And I mean, from like a personal standpoint, I see that as God's providence. I see it's his hand guiding me. And sometimes, you know, the 23rd Psalm has this line in it. It's like, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. In other words, it's this principle that you are going to walk through tough times in life. That's just going to be what happens. Yes, that was a flamingo mailbox we just passed. But like, you are going to have tough times in life that you're going to face. But like, are you facing them alone? And is there a greater purpose for it? Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's part of... That's just the way I look at it. You know, obviously not everyone's going to agree with that sense, but it seems very evident to me, no matter what your spiritual perspective, it just seems very, very likely that the paths that you go down in life are meant to intentionally intertwine with other people's paths. And honestly, I think I really like that. It sounds a whole lot better than just like random chance. If took a $4 for $5 and that's all you got. Sometimes that's what I mean. It's pretty rough out here tonight too. By the way, American Walmart, you missed Gracie. Gracie came in and visited us tonight. But he came on over, he super chatted us, a huge super chat, and super cool. So you might want to go back. I don't know how far back in the stream you guys have to go. You think it was about an hour into the stream? I don't really know. I didn't look at the time exactly. Oh, let's see. It was right before. I can tell you, I can get you a rough time if you want to go back and watch. So it was so cool. I've been like flying high ever since. I know, it was so fun. And Jaeger and Audrey were both on, so they were able to throw the Gracie emojis up for him. So he was laughing at it. So. All right, well, I think that's about it for Christmas lights. I thought there was going to be a few more, but I guess that there wasn't really that much. me see. When I park, I can tell you roughly. So I know we started the stream at 5:15, and I know he super chatted us right before we went into Chipotle. So with those two things, I could give you probably about within a 10-minute approximation of when he came on. So we were parked at home now. Tentatively done. That's at least the plan. Let's see, was that one? No, that was that one. It was here. I guess it doesn't actually show the exact times. So, supposed to get a snowstorm? Well, if it's not snowing yet, or it's light snow, maybe this is the time to go out, make a few extra dollars. Are they giving you peak pay or anything like that? Oh, here, I know what to do. I'll go on my other channel here. I think I can find it pretty quick. My guess it was about an hour in. It's roughly halfway through the stream, and the stream is like 2.5, so I would say roughly an hour, 15 minutes into the stream, if you guys want to see when Grassi came on. I can just show you based on, you can see the slider's just halfway, maybe slightly past halfway. What's up, Kaylee? What news do you have for me? Oh, it wasn't Audrey. Who was it? Sorry. I guess it wasn't Audrey. It was Jaeger and somebody else. Or maybe was it all Jaeger? Anyway. I give you credit. See, your name is Blue. And I know there's like the blue star. So you got credit for it anyway. Anyway. It was Jaeger. Maybe someone else. Or maybe it was Jaeger twice. So. It was you twice. Sounds good, Diego. That's what it was. I was just like such a blur. It happened so fast. You're a member in my heart, Audrey. You're a member in my heart. All right. Well, here are the channel updates. We are either going to hit 4,000 watch hours tomorrow or Friday, most likely. We will do a separate stream for that. Kaylee, I when I have time too, I will also try to put up a community note. It was Jaeger. We need to keep Jaeger humble anyway, so you're good. You're dropping off the Instacart. You got Papa John's going the same direction. Came up with 775 plus. Ended up being 880. Good evening, Josh. How's it going? So, yeah, we're having a good night. Tom Grassi stopped by the stream again tonight. Josh gave us a nice big super chat, a channel record super chat. So it was awesome. That was about an hour, 15 minutes into the stream, something like that. So we've had a blast here tonight. You live in Michigan, but you're a Packers fan. Oh, man. I mean, if you're a Packers fan, you obviously have to cheer for the Packers. Well, Kaylee, sounds good. Congrats on that big order. So $775 plus $882 and $10 cash ship. That is like the perfect way to end the night. So sounds good. I will try to get I'll try to remember to get more community posts up letting people know that we're going live at a certain time too. Just sometimes I'm in such a rush it doesn't happen. But thank you, Kaylee. Have a great night. Audrey, $90 for 3 orders. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. I mean, just as a football fan, I'm rooting for the Lions. It's like the Lions are one of those teams, unless they're actually facing your team, they're really hard to root against. They've been down for so long. I mean, there's always some sadistic people that like to see the bad teams lose or whatever. But there's like literally people who just celebrate when any team loses. Doesn't matter who the team is, doesn't matter who they root for. They just literally celebrate any team losing no matter what. And then whoever ends up winning the Super Bowl, then they whine and complain that it wasn't deserved. Like, that's literally their whole football existence. So yeah. Anyway, so channel goals, 1414 in subscribers. That's the next goal there. 5 more members to unlock our next emoji. That'll get us to 25 members and it'll unlock our 10th emoji on the channel. So we've got that. We will have a 4,000 watch hour celebration stream. I just don't know if it's going through. I'm trying to remember what I streamed on Friday of last week. Let's see, video, the dash off was Saturday. So I wonder how many watch hours. I wonder if it'll show me my live watch hours. I don't know. So if we don't get there, they're Bills fans. Yeah, that's probably true. They've crashed through a few too many tables. When I'm saying that in my head, I am kind of thinking of a Bills fan when I say that. So it's kind of funny. Bills fans talk a lot for not really winning too many Super Bowls. So I don't know if we got 30 watch hours on Friday. If not, then because those will post tomorrow, because our watch hours are through. Oh, they're through the 29th. No, that's through Friday, because 28th was Thursday. So our watch hours are through the 29th. So we should hit it tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure we got 30 watch hours in on Saturday from because that was the dash off and all of that. So we should. There's a good potential we'll do a live stream, a 4,000 watch hour celebration live stream tomorrow. And I don't know when that would be. It might be tomorrow afternoon or something like that. So, yeah, otherwise, I don't have too much else. We're pretty much done for the night. If there's anything, I was trying to stay on as long as that super chat stayed on, but I don't know how long it actually stays on for. I've seen it before, but I don't know where. I don't know where to look it up again. Because there's somewhere where it tells you the colors of each super chat and how long they stay on the screen. So I was trying to. Here's what we'll do. We'll stay on till 8. Oh, here. It's supposed to stay on for 1 hour. Yeah, red for 1 hour. So we should be just about at that. Yeah, it's like halfway through or just after. We should be just about at the hour mark. So in my heart. And so okay, so that's a good. So let's talk that through really quick. If we're gonna do a future dash off, they won't all necessarily be for charity. We still might just do like a Saturday night SmackDown sort of thing. So what I figure is we've got to find. I would want everybody to be able to participate. So a couple things. What do we think are the 2 best hours? Five to 7. It's 5 to 7 p.m. the 2 best hours. Or do you? So there's a couple things. So one is, what times should we do it? I feel like if it gets much longer than like 4 hours though, that's 5 to 8. So if you gave 5, so if we just did it 5 to 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 to 6, is that too late? That gets to, is that not enough time for West Coast people? You go 6 to 10 Eastern? How does that sound? That feels kind of late though. I'm just trying to think of like how else you could do it that it would work with the time zone thing. Or you could just do it over lunch and then it doesn't get late into the night. So what if you said it ends at 5? Ending at 5 is ending 2 on West Coast time. It's like noon to 5. Is that too long? 11 to 4. Does that give everybody lunchtime then? Give some people. Oh, maybe that's what it is. What's 11 to 3? That's only noon. You got to give them till 1. You got to give West Coast 1 p.m. Is 5 hours too long? 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. 11, 10, 9, 8. Maybe that's too early. 12 to 4. If we do noon to 4. 11 to 4. Is 5 hours too long for that? I don't know. 8 o'clock is pretty early for the West Coast, but it gives everybody lunch. Breakfast might be slightly better than the afternoon, but afternoon could be better for groceries. 11 to 3 is too early. You got to go till 4. If you go noon to 4, then 11 to 3. I think noon to 4 is the right time to do it. I think you're right, Jaeger. Noon to 4. Because then on the West Coast, that's 9 to 1. So then everybody gets 12 to 1. I mean, I would, as an East Coast person, I'd probably prefer 11 to 3. 11 to 3, 10 to 2. I mean, 11 to 4 is probably right. 11 to 4 is probably right. But I just don't know if the West Coast people would do 8 a.m. I wouldn't do 8 a.m. Like, I think I could get out on a Saturday at 9, but I don't think I'm getting out on a Saturday at 8. Unless there's a really good reason to do that. I don't know. So there's that. And then the other question is, how do you handle delayed tips? Or do you not? Do you just do I don't know, you could do something along the lines too where you just have everybody screenshot. I just don't want to have to put a lot of work into it. And I honestly don't care that much. If somebody really wants to cheat, I don't care that much. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't care. It's like bragging rights, and if you've got to cheat for your bragging rights, like, okay, cool. Like, you do you. All right. So the college football playoff is not set yet, American Walmarts, because there are still championship games to be played. I can talk over that really quick. Let me see if I can find it. I know the last team in. All right, these are the current seedings, but remember, teams can still move. But I don't think anybody can really move out. There's really not anyone who could move out, except maybe if Penn State got absolutely rolled by Oregon. Let's go look at what these matchups are. Maybe if Georgia gets rolled. Oh, is Georgia in the SEC? If Texas just whoops Georgia completely, maybe Georgia can fall out. I think Clemson could steal a spot, because if Clemson barely beats SMU, they probably leave SMU in and Clemson takes a spot. Currently, the last team in is Alabama. Arizona State is ranked lower than Alabama, but they have an automatic bid as the 5th best conference champion. So they're in as a 12 seed, but they're in. So if the playoff started today, first round would be Arizona State at Penn State, second, and then Tennessee at Ohio State, Alabama at Notre Dame. Well, I mean, they're going to get in as ACC conference champion if they win. And then Indiana at Georgia. Indiana would get walloped in that. And then the first round buys, the number 1 seed is Oregon, facing the winner of Tennessee, Ohio State. The number 4 seed is Boise State, facing the winner of Penn State, Arizona State. The number 3 seed is SMU, facing the winner of Notre Dame, Alabama. And the number 2 seed is Texas, facing the winner of Indiana, Georgia. That is true. That is true. Arizona State is the lowest ranked team in here, but they have an automatic bid, assuming they win their conference championship. Now, if it's not Arizona State, it's going to be someone else. So here's the big question is, who could possibly lose and fall out? And the answer is there's really not anybody. I mean, if Georgia gets absolutely rolled by Texas, that'll be their 3rd loss. They could be knocked out. But I think even a 2-loss Penn State is going to slip in over Miami. Again, unless Oregon just completely destroys them. Now, does Penn State have a resume? Have they beaten anybody this season? Because if not, that could work against them. West Virginia, Bowling Green, Kent State. They beat Illinois when they were ranked 19th, beat UCLA, beat USC in overtime, beat Wisconsin, lost to Ohio State. That's a good question, Walmarts. I don't know if those are bowl games or if those are like home games for the better seeded teams. That is a really good question. Penn State beat Purdue, they beat Minnesota, they beat Maryland. So Penn State's resume is pretty weak, but it's not weaker than Miami's resume with 2 losses either. However, the final taste, like if Oregon just wins this game like 50-12 or something like that, maybe Penn State could drop out. Same thing if like Texas rolls Georgia by wins by like 4, 5, 6 scores. Maybe Georgia drops all the way from 5 down to, past Miami. But they already have a 3-loss Alabama in ahead of Miami. Now, on the other side, stealing a spot, if Clemson barely beats SMU, maybe Clemson and SMU both get in. Clemson would get in as an automatic. If they win, but maybe SMU. So let's look at SMU's resume. Let's go back to the beginning of the year. They beat Nevada. They beat Houston Christian. They lost to BYU. Now that game BYU didn't finish as strong as they started, but that's not really a bad loss. BYU finished the year as a top 20 team. So I wouldn't consider that a bad loss. It was at home, but they lost 18-15 to a team that was undefeated for most of the season. They beat TCU, they beat Florida State, they beat a ranked Louisville. I don't know if they're still ranked, but they were ranked when they beat them. They beat Stanford 40-10. They beat Duke 28-27, and they beat a ranked Pittsburgh 48-25. I'm going to tell you this: SMU's resume is better than Penn State's resume. Oh, and then they beat Boston College, they beat Virginia, they beat Cal. Yeah, SMU has a better resume. I don't understand that. SMU has beaten better teams than Penn State beat. So if you say SMU doesn't deserve to be in, then you're kind of back to like wanting a 4 to 6 team college playoff or whatever, which I'd be fine. 8 I think would be the perfect number. Get the 5 top college champions, the 1 best small conference, non-conference maybe, but I don't like giving Notre Dame exceptions, and then 3 at-large bids and just arrange them and rank them from top to bottom. So is there a world I don't know. I don't think there's a world where Penn State drops all the way out unless they get absolutely rolled. Georgia maybe could drop all the way out, though, if they got rolled. If Arizona State doesn't make it in, then Iowa State will make it in. Whoever wins that game has an automatic. And then I don't know exactly how Boise State works. But if Boise State loses, then I don't know. But whoever wins then is probably going to be in. Whoever beats them. All right. Well, I was hoping to stay on until the super chat ran out, but I'm pretty sure it's been over an hour. And I wanted to give the full attention. Maybe they've changed up the times on that. But it is 8 o'clock, and I'm tired, and I got to be up at 5:45, and I want to get a video up for you guys. So channel members, there should be a video up tonight if all goes as planned and I don't have any technological snafus. That'll be up tonight for channel members, and it'll go public for everybody else tomorrow, probably around 4 o'clock. It's very possible we'll have a 4,000 watch hour party celebration stream tomorrow. And so if we do that, I'll try to get that up as soon as I know for sure, but I won't know until I wake up in the morning, because I don't want to plan it and then be like stuck at like $39.99 in watch hours. I just don't want to do that. Planning to be live for supper tomorrow, so we have that. You guys know the channel goals, you know the member goals. We'll just keep working towards those as time and opportunity allows. But otherwise, I'm going to go home, I'm going to eat, and make a video, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to be up at 5:45 tomorrow morning again. So, which is actually earlier than I woke up today, but I can't do 2 late nights in a row. So I appreciate you all. Have a great night. Shout out to all of you. Thank you to all the channel members, all channel subscribers, and special thank you tonight to Tom Grassi. Thank you for the super chat, and happy holidays to you as well. And we will see you guys tomorrow.